Welcome to the online demonstration of the E-Rate Productivity Center. Today's training is brought to you by the California K-12 High-Speed Network. My name is Rachel White, and I will be walking you through this online demonstration. In today's webinar, we will focus on a few general areas. One is, what is the background of this new online E-Rate portal? We want to talk about how to get started in using it, changing your account administrator, and a few various other steps within the system that will help you in participating in the BIIG grant. The background of the portal. As part of the E-Rate modernization order, Federal Communications Commission directed that by fund year 2016, which is this upcoming funding year, all E-Rate processes would be done online, therefore eliminating the option to do anything by paper. To accomplish this goal, the Schools and Libraries Division has developed a tool known as the E-Rate Productivity Center, also called EPIC. All who participate in the E-Rate program to receive funding must set up an EPIC account. In getting started with your task of setting up your own EPIC account, let's start with talking about what the recommended browsers are. Internet Explorer version 9 or higher, Firefox, Chrome, and Safari are all fully supported by the EPIC program. Please note that Internet Explorer version 8 is not supported, so please make sure you have the right version of the Internet Explorer if that is the browser that you use. Our next question is, who is responsible or who has the authority to set up the EPIC account? By default, the Schools and Libraries Division has selected the last person that signed your Form 471 as the person who has the authority to set up this account. That person is called the account administrator, and that person would use their full email address as their username when setting this online portal up. But if your agency is like many other agencies and the only time that the person who signed your Form 471 is even interested in the E-Rate process is simply to sign that form, then you may want to have your account administrator changed to someone who more often deals with the E-Rate process. In order to have your administrator changed, slide 6 outlines the steps to do so. You're going to start by sending an email to sldpr@g as in Gary, b as in David, it.com. In the subject line, you would want to have the phrase Change of Account Administrator, or BEN, which stands for Build Entity Number, and then you'd want to include your Build Entity Number. Please be sure that you send this email from an email address that matches your organization's website, your domain name. Once you've done that, you can now access the system and get started in setting it up. If you happen to receive the invitation email, and that email would come from admin@portal.usac.org, then you can simply click the link in that email address and use the username that was provided in that email. If you did not receive an invitation email, you can simply navigate to portal.usac.org. To create the account, you would first enter your username as it's provided in the invitation email, or the name that you requested to have the account administrator changed to. It will always be the full email address. Next, you would select the Forgot Password link. You will then receive an email with a link to reset the password. It's important to know that this reset link is only valid for 15 minutes. So once you start the process, please be sure and allow enough time to complete it so that your link doesn't expire and you find yourself starting over again. For a moment, we are going to take a look at one of the tutorials provided by USAC. This will give you an idea of what the login process, the setup process looks like so that you can have a visual to associate with the instructions we've provided.
video, we will demonstrate how to sign into the system for the first time. Before you can use the system for the first time, you will receive an invitation email with the subject line, USAC EPC Account Creation. Open a web browser and navigate to the URL included in the email. Read the notice and then click the green I agree button. Enter your username, which will be the same as your email address, and then select Forgot Password. Enter your username, which is your complete email address, and then click Request Password Reset. Next, return to your email account. You will receive another email with a link to create your password. Click on the link in the Forgot Password email. To set your password, re-enter your username. Remember, this is the same as your complete email address. Enter a new password. The password must be at least 8 characters with numbers and letters. Use at least 1 uppercase character and 1 special character. Click the link to log into the system with your new password. Enter your username and password. You will see a welcome message with a link to complete the account initiation. Click the link in the message. You will now see a task to complete the terms and conditions. After you have read the terms and conditions, click Accept to complete the account initiation process. For additional help, call USAC's Client Service Bureau at 888-203-8100.
Once you have your account set up, you can access the portal by navigating to USAC's homepage, which is www.usac.org/SL. On the left side of the screen under Resources and Tool is a link that says E-Rate Productivity Center. In the center of that screen, you'll see the Login button, which allows you to log in to the portal. This is how you will access the portal in the future each time. So now let's take a few moments to walk through the portal and learn how to get yourself set up for the BIIG consortium application. After clicking the link in the slide, we have now come to the login screen that we demonstrated a moment ago. In the center of the screen is the login button. We'll click that now. You'll again see the terms and conditions statement come up. You'll have to agree to this each time you log into the system. Next, you will enter your username and password. Your username will always be your full email address. Select Sign In. And the first screen you will see is the landing page. To double check and make sure that you have been truly given administrative rights, you will notice a menu selections in the upper right-hand side of the screen, starting with Apply Now, Manage Users, Manage Organizations, Contact Us, and Help. If that does not show up, then you should pick up the phone and call the Client Service Bureau in order to ask them to give you administrator rights. Once you have the administrator rights needed, on the landing page you will find your primary organization, and in this case, it's Butte County Office of Education. We'll click on that link, and it'll bring us to a screen that gives us more details on this organization, such as contact information, our FCC registration number, and so on. The area we're interested in now is signing up for the BIIG consortium. In the upper right-hand side, you'll see an ellipsis with a drop-down arrow. It says More Actions. We'll click there, and then go down to the very last option, which says Manage Organization Relationships, which now brings us to a screen where we can remove a relationship, sign up for a consortium, or add a consulting firm. Since we are here to sign up for the BIIG consortium, let's click that link. The This now brings us to the page where we can search for the entity that we are trying to join ourselves to. The most efficient way to do that is to enter the build entity number. The build entity number for the CNIT Consortium, the ones responsible for managing the BIIG process, is 225495. Let's enter that in now and click search and see what we find. We see here we found CNIT, Corporation for Education Network Initiatives in California. This is the exact consortium we are looking for in order to participate in the BIIG process. So we'll select the check mark to the left of it and then click the Submit button in the lower right side of the screen. It's going to ask us to confirm that we want these changes to take place. We click Yes. And now at the top it says Action Completed Successfully. In order to double check that, on the left side of the screen where you see another menu, there would be an option that says Consortia Organizations. Once we click there, we will see that we are connected to the CNIT Corporation for Education Network Initiatives in California. That completes the process for associating your entity with the BIIG Consortium group, also managed by the CNIT Consortium. If you run into any difficulties with this, please feel free to reach out and contact us for help. So the next steps in the process, my contact information is provided on slide 11 if you happen to experience difficulty in setting up your EPIC account. We encourage you to do this as soon as possible because this process is happening nationwide. Since everyone is required to set up an EPIC account, the longer you wait, the more difficulty you're going to have in getting quick responses from USAC should you need any help. And that's just due to the volume of calls that they get. Because of all the changes that have happened to the E-rate system, specifically with issues such as the new online portal, we encourage you to sign up for the E-rate trainings that can be found at the K-12 HSN website. Applicants who are participating in the BIIG 2.0 grant process, we've provided some resources for you here on slide 11. Slide 12 also outlines a few things that are available to you on the K-12 HSN website, specific to the BIIG 2.0 process. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us at any time. The contact information is provided on slide 13. For those participating in the BIIG 2.0 process, you can email BIIG@list.k12hsn.org. Thank you for your time, and we hope you have a successful application.